Christian College Eagles. Tonight, the Lady Eagles will be taking on the Florida College Lady Falcons in a best-of-5 match. Hi, I'm Garrett Ordway, and by my side tonight is Carrie Ordway. We'd like to welcome you to this exciting matchup. Carrie, what are your thoughts on the Lady Eagles coming into today's matchup with Florida College?
I think this is a matchup where the Lady Eagles can really prove a lot to themselves. They've had a string of some pretty competitive, difficult matchups over the last couple of weeks, but talking to the players, despite some of those losses that they've accrued over the last couple of weeks, they've all said, you know, we feel like we're growing, we feel like we're getting there to the point where they're ready to start putting all of the things that they've been learning over these tough competitive matchups recently together. So that's something I'm looking for coming into this game.
Right, with such a young team and some players a bit in and out of the lineup, Coach Holman mentioned it was nice to have everybody back for the first time in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're to the point in the season where, you know, theoretically your players are starting to come together. Things should be getting more familiar. You should be comfortable with your rotations, your plays, your rotations, all of that. And they've had a little bit of a hard time getting into that because of, you know, some rotation changes and players being in and out a little bit. But all the players are here tonight, ready to play, so it'll be interesting to see them come together as well.
Right, since the last time we were together, they did take a short trip to Tennessee, played Fisk University, beat Welch University, played a competitive match against Huntington last night, really building towards, as we get in the middle and later portion of the season, building towards that regional, all-important regional tournament at the end of the year. Florida College has played a couple of similar opponents, also defeating Trinity Baptist earlier this season, and we look forward to an exciting matchup here coming up just after the prayer and the national anthem. We'll join you after those starting lineups.
Eagles fans, help me welcome your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the PCC Lady Eagles and the Florida College Lady Falcons. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us be able to come together and play these games. Please help us to show sportsmanship and to play hard for both teams to be safe. I pray that you would keep us safe from any injury and to do everything to your honor and your glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for Florida College, number 2, Emma Noski. Number 3, Emily Selvage. Number 9, Leah Brown. Number 10, Krista Trimble. Number 19, Avery Lanning. Number 22, Addison Coffey. And number 23, Michelle Taylor. Florida College is led by Coach Carrie Brown. And now the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. A senior from Cleveland, Tennessee, number 3, Bethany Gamble. A senior from Port St. Lucie, Florida, number 7, Brittany Hunter. A junior from St. Anne, Illinois, number 8, Allie McGirt. A junior from Durham, North Carolina, number 12, Victoria Hamilton. A sophomore from Kettle Falls, Washington, number 16, Catherine Lawrence. A junior from Beloit, Wisconsin, number 17, Cora Lathers. A junior from Phoenix, Arizona, number 19, Kinsey Folker. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Kaylin Oman with assistant coach Supa Leota. The officials for today's game are Tremaine Gamble, Biscuit Brown, Harry Walker, and Helen Kelchner.
All right, the teams have been announced. They're huddled up, getting ready to send their starters out to the court. Carrie, what did the Lady Eagles need to do for this match? What are they focusing on in order to play competitively and hopefully win this afternoon?
Yeah, I think tonight it's going to be a mental challenge for the Eagles. They played a tough game last night against Huntington College, and especially in that third set from last night's match. It was a really close competitive set, and it was over or lost
down to the deciding point.
Yeah, down to the deciding point, a little bit of a controversial call at the time. And so the Lady Eagles have discussed, they had a lot of momentum in that previous set. So being able to even carry that momentum from last night's match to today's matchup, playing that mental battle of being aggressive while knowing that being that aggressive is going to cause, some errors. There's more of a likelihood for errors with that. But then having the mental fortitude and capacity to recover from those errors and continue without dwelling on those errors. I think it's going to be a big theme of tonight's matchup, or this afternoon's matchup, against a tough, scrappy team like the Falcons, the Lady Falcons.
Right, the ability to have that maybe memory of a goldfish throughout the match tonight. Hamilton gets us started with the serve, and we're off. In the middle for Florida College. Handled, though. Quick go on 2 for Hunter, and she scores. Point for the Lady Eagles. Front row of Hunter, Gamble, and Lawrence. Little back set, quick and low, and Florida College scores. Emily Selvage will go back to serve for the Falcons. Hamilton up to Folker. Gamble gets it over. Noski out wide for the Falcons. Hamilton with a back row swing. Places it nicely and just over the block and down. Another point for Florida. Hamilton, good set, good pass, and Hunter into the block. Off of the set from Folker. Good up there by Lathers on a tough serve, and a big swing by Hamilton that just goes long. Good swing out of the back. What have you noticed so far here, Carrie, as Florida takes a 4-1 lead?
Well, we're definitely seeing some aggressive plays from the Eagles. You're seeing some big swings, some hard swings that haven't worked out in their favor yet. So I think what we talked about earlier about being able to play that mental game of shaking that off and moving on, I think this is what we're seeing right now, just kind of a series of mistakes as you're getting into the rhythm of the game.
Hunter up to Folker, back set to Gamble this time, off the block high, handled though by Florida. Strong side for them. Lathers there though. Lawrence decides to take it over on 2. In the middle, dug out though. Folker pushes it to the back corner, saved by Florida. And that one dips and just catches the side of the line. And Coach Oman wants an early timeout as Florida has gone on a quick run here to start the first set. We'll be back with you after our first timeout. All right, coming out of this timeout, Lady Eagles calling that one early here, trying not to let this one get away too much. Hunter up to Folker, in the middle for Lawrence, and deep and just long. Several have just missed for the Lady Eagles in that one as well. Short, Hunter unable to quite step up for it. Some good serving here by Florida College. Eagles unable to put a strong first offense together. Hamilton up to Folker. Back set to Gamble. Good swing. And that one goes off a defender for Florida and out. McGuirt comes in for the Lady Eagles as Lathers goes back to serve. Lathers on the dig to Folker. Wide to Hunter. And that one down and motioned in by the line judge.
Garrett, this is an interesting rotation for the Eagles because everyone on the court is either a junior or a senior that has played together for the last several years. These are the rotations where we can really look to see, we hope, some good chemistry among them and some successful plays.
Right, helped out there by a mistake by Florida setter. A double called by the official. In the middle, blocked. Oh, and just a ball came on the court, but I think it was after the play had ended. Coach Oman asking about the ball there. A good double block there by the Lady Eagles, but it just snaked through for a point for Florida. Krista Trimble back to serve. Passed up by Hamilton. Gamble outside. That one up, and they let it go out. Gamble has had some good swings here to start this match.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, as a lefty coming from that right side, hitting, a lot of times she can really get an angle on that ball that mixes things up a little bit, something that you really appreciate when you've had kind of that string of errors. that you're trying to recover from.
Oh, Romero came into the game there for the serve, and it goes off of Hunter's block and just out of bounds. 5-10 the deficit here. After that timeout, the Lady Eagles have responded well. Michelle Taylor back to serve. Good serve. Romero just overpasses it. It's still up. How about that play from Hamilton? Lady Eagles will try to back that up. Just touched over the block and down for Florida College. Setter Fulker now into the front row with McGuirt and Hunter. A diving ball there, and it just unable to be hit a second time there by McGuirt. Sometimes it's almost just seeing these servers for the first time that can be a little off-putting.
Yeah, and these are some hard serves and also hits that have been coming over. Not simple ones to read.
Hunter with a little roll there. Gets it in. Back and just through the block, and it does land inbounds for Florida. A deep serve taken there by Hunter. Oh, a tight one to McGuirt, and no net violation whistled. That one ruled touched by one of the Eagles off the block there. Fulker over on two, and it turns out well as it goes into the antenna for Florida College. Lou into the game for Hunter to serve.
Even plays like that, as a player on the court, sometimes you're so confident that whatever call was made was incorrect, and that's where that mental battle comes into play once again to finish out the play, even though you think that a play or that a call was missed. You know, that shows maturity on the part of the player.
Oh, a block by Hamilton, and it scores.
Hamilton McGuirt definitely making a solid block there in the front, and once more, two juniors that have been playing together for the past 3 years.
Right, they tell you to play to the whistle. You know, there might have been a missed call in there, but the Lady Eagles responded well on both on a couple points ago. That one, I think, split the block and down for Florida College. And Minoski back to serve here. Stuffed there, but the Lady Eagles defense, oh, just unable to quite get that ball near the net. Lou, Romero, and Lathers, the back defense line here for the Lady Eagles. Lou got the swing in there. Free ball over, McGuirt to Fulker. Out wide to Hamilton, looking to do something with it. Handled by Florida College. Romero gets it up. Lou to Hamilton, what a swing. Still alive though. Going a little out of system were the Lady Eagles, but they end up scoring on the hitting error by Florida. Excellent effort to get to some of those tough balls.
And that's part of that aggression, you know, and Hamilton, we've really appreciated that over the last few years, the competitiveness that she brings to each matchup. And that's something that you can see in this set where, you know, the Lady Eagles talking to them before the game. They have some high goals for themselves as far as, you know, certain numbers of kills that they want to get per set. And they recognize that to be able to reach that, it's such a group effort, starting with how well the block sets up the back row defense to set up the setter and then the hitters.
All right, all working together there. That one, a good block, forces a tight angle hit, and it does just sail out for Florida College, back to a 5-point deficit, 10-15. We saw a couple points ago a little bit of a scramble for the Lady Eagles, but they're out there hustling, and it's worked so far. That one tough, but still up. Lawrence goes on two again. The block up for the Lady Eagles. Hamilton there to get the dig and a score. Lawrence with the kill.
This is something that we've seen Lawrence improve on through the season already, just quickening up that transition time from going back and really making herself a good, viable hitting option.
Right, being the middle hitter, you're a lot of times moving laterally very often, and she's shown some great improvement this year. That touch just sneaks down past the Lady Eagles. And we see Lathers entering the game as the libero. Romero up, Folker in the middle and scores. Having a setter in the front row that can be competitive on those jousts has been important for the Lady Eagles.
Absolutely. And, you know, as a setter,
she's
always,
up the net.
Yeah, she likes being at the net. She's comfortable being there. She likes getting those assists, but, you know, she's never upset when she can rack up a kill for herself, too, or a block.
Lawrence with the kill on the overpass there, and it forces a timeout from the Florida College Lady Falcons. 13-16 the Lady Eagles deficit as we head into Florida College's first timeout. The Lady Eagles facing a 13-16 deficit coming out of this timeout. Their scrambling has led to an increase in the number of points, but we would like to see them get in-system attacks maybe more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of that is going to start with some passing. That one an awkward overpass there. Hamilton with the swing. Goes to the far corner. Tough play for Florida, but they're still in it. Short little over. Lawrence goes on two. Florida handles it. The block there, and just coming down on the net were the Lady Eagles, leading to a point for Florida. Avery Lanning, the libero, back to serve for the Lady Falcons. Tough serve. Lou takes it. Up to Gamble, and that's just kind of an awkward angle for her to try to go.
The Lady Eagles have done a great job of getting back into this set so far, but this is one of those crucial points where you can't let the Falcons get too many points here. They really need to break this serve.
Tough serve by the Lady Falcons. Eagles unable to get a great attack there together, and it does lead to a kill for the Falcons. Lou up to Folker. Back set to Hamilton. They'll switch sides. That one, an overpass, and it just touched over effectively by Florida. Hamilton almost there, but Florida responding well out of that timeout. The Lady Eagles now facing a 13-21 deficit. Gamble to Folker. Lathers with the swing from the back. In the middle, hit out, no touch signaled, and it's a point for the Lady Eagles. Hamilton with a high arching serve. A low set in the middle. Lathers there this time. That one pushed deep, and Florida just able to scramble to it. Tight touch. Hamilton to Hunter. Great swing, and it's down for a point for the Lady Eagles. Folker, the setter, had to take that first hit. Hamilton made an excellent pass set there over to Hunter.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that play was kept in, or that volley was kept in play to begin with by really an excellent dig from Lather in the back row.
Little break there to maybe get some moisture off the court. And, oh, a joust at the net. Lost by the Lady Eagles. 15-22, the deficit now in this first set. Emily Selvage back to serve for Lady Falcons. Folker in the middle to Lawrence. Blocked still, not still up, as ruled no contact from the Lady Falcons. You know that quick set is something the Lady Eagles have been working on, getting that timing down. Gamble high off the block, just handled by the libero of Florida College. Down the line, and Lathers unable to pass it to the middle for Folker. Now facing set point. Short, Hunter handles it. Outside over, and tossed down by the Florida College Lady Falcons. They win this first set 25-15. We'll take a few-minute break here and look to come back. Yeah, but you could have waited just a second.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
And we are back for this second set. The teams have switched sides. The Lady Falcons of Florida College taking the first set by a score of 25-15. they'll serve first in this second set. Carrie, what are you looking for the Eagles to improve on here in this second set?
One thing that the girls had mentioned to me before this match today was the fact that, they have these goals, these numbers in their head that they are shooting for, especially when it comes to number of kills per set. And they recognized at the time that to be able to reach those goals, they had to really tighten up their defense, recognizing that starts with the block and then also the back row defense as well. And I think that's one thing that we can look for in this second set. The Lady Eagles block is going up up against a really competitive hitting front row from the Lady Falcons. So getting the block in place, being able to read those hits a little bit better, I think it's going to make a big difference going into the second set.
And we saw it right there, ball off the block of the Lady Eagles, ends up with a kill for Gamble.
One thing about the Lady Falcons is that they are a very quick-moving team. Their hitters get into position very quickly, and keeping up with that pace of play is proving to be a formidable challenge.
Right, I've seen a lot of low sets, quick sets from the Lady Eagles. From the Lady Falcons, and the Lady Eagles needing to adjust their timing a bit to accommodate that. That one ruled no touch there, and so 4 contacts from the Lady Eagles.
And we know from watching the Eagles play and just watching volleyball as a whole that sometimes even just the presence of a block, if the Lady Eagles can get there, even if they're not in position to actually end the play with the block, that presence can be just enough to take the sting off of an especially strong hitting opponent.
Point there from Brittany Hunter, a good touch, and it just falls on the far side here from us on that line. Romero enters the game to serve. Competitive, just over the net, an overpass, and McWirt gives it a swing. Lathers is there on the dig. Hunter up to Folker, who puts a swing on it. Blocked, though, by Florida College. That one over the block and out for a point for the Lady Eagles. Romero with the serve. Little deep, but Florida plays it. Big swing by Florida, and a net contact leads to a point for the Lady Falcons. Michelle Taylor back to serve for the Lady Falcons. Just mishandled out the back of the Lady Eagles side for now a 3-3 tie here early in this second set. Brown, Rommelhera, and Noski in the front row for the Lady Falcons. As Michelle Taylor gets the serve over. Folker with a good over on 2 there off the block of McWirt in the middle. A back set back to McWirt, who's ready for it, and she puts a good swing on it. Kept alive. Left-handed, but not quite over from Florida.
That was a solid play and one that we've seen the Lady Eagles have success with. But once again, to harp on the defense, those plays are not possible without a good pass up to the setter to be able to execute those.
Right, McWirt flying over the court there. It helps to have, again, that athleticism in the middle. 3 and 4 hits for the Lady Falcons. It's kind of cyclical. The more your defense can stymie the Florida offense, the better your offense will be.
Right.
The worse position it then puts Florida in. We see a good block there by the Lady Eagles, and that one unable to go over. 6-3 now the lead here early in the second set. McWirt, Folker, and Hamilton in the front row. Lou serves it over, handled by Florida's libero. A little deep swing, but it's over and in. This time Romero out of the back row. Handled by Florida and blocked by McWirt. Saw some great things on that play. Good serve from Lou, good swing from Romero, great block by McWirt. Lady Eagles lead 7-3. Swing and out there. A point for the Lady Eagles.
I think we've already seen the Lady Eagles block getting into possession a little bit more quickly and forcing the Lady Falcons to make some harder decisions as far as where their hits are going. And I think that's why we've seen a few of the Lady Falcons hits going long so far.
Oh. Off the block of McGwirt, Hamilton heads in out of bounds. Noski back to serve for the Falcons, handled by, I believe that's Lou. McGwirt, tough ball, in play, swung. Lathers was there. Folker back row to Romero, handled by Florida College. Off the block, handled, bit wide, Romero, and it's over. And it scores! The block, the scramble, it all worked there for the Lady Eagles. Lathers returns to the bench for Lawrence, heading to the front row. In the middle, off the hands of Lawrence. Torrey Hamilton goes on two. Dug effectively by Florida, and that one off the tape. Hamilton calls for it and gets it over. Off the block and down, yes, for a point for the Lady Eagles. 10-4, Lady Eagles in a good rhythm right now. All of the pieces of the team working together. Landing the libero for Florida takes it. Lawrence with the block. Hamilton looked like she was going to swing, just touched it over. Deep set, and just off the hands of McGwirt. Trying to get that dig, and she'll exit for the libero Lathers.
You know, Garrett, one thing that's kind of interesting about this matchup so far is that I don't believe there have been any service errors on either team through the first set and a half. There definitely weren't any in the first set.
Couple service aces by Florida last set. Whoa, what a swing by Hamilton. I looked up just in time to see her flying through to get that hit off the block.
I point that out because, you know, when you have those serves that are going in, you're really letting the rest of your team actually play the game. And sometimes we've seen a lot of play really interrupted by missed serves.
Kill there by, I'm sorry, it went out the back for a point for the Lady Eagles. 12-5, right. It's hard to get your offense going if you're putting serves into the net.
Right.
We've seen the Lady Eagles do a good job of avoiding that so far. 1-2, third over for Folker.
Great hustle out of the back row on that play.
Again, the Lady Eagles block being very involved in this second set after
not too much of a press.
We were hoping
yeah.
we were looking for. Landing back to serve for Florida College. Lady Eagles will look to set up their offense. A good serve, handled though by Lou. In the middle for Lawrence, and she kills it, and it's in.
And you even see on that play, the Eagles bring their own quick pace of play that they've already been facing so far this afternoon.
And it leads to a 13-6 lead and a timeout here for the Florida College Lady Falcons. Off to a good start here in the second set. We'll be back with you in just a moment. And the Lady Eagles will go back to serve with Tori Hamilton. Hunter enters the game for Lou, leading 13-6 here in this second set. Oh, potentially a missed set there from Florida College. Hunter with the swing off the block, and it scores.
The Lady Eagles did, during that play, one thing that I've been looking for them doing throughout the season. When they have those free balls given to them, really capitalizing on those and making the most of them.
Right, we saw maybe a little bit of a play there as a couple went up for the swing. Hamilton digs it, but a net violation from the Lady Eagles leads to a point for Florida. Emily Selvage will go back to serve for the Lady Falcons. Hunter up to Folker in the middle. She sets it back to Hunter with the swing blocked. Lathers there though. Hamilton takes this one. Ends up being a little over the net. And a big kill from Florida. Those were some of the swings we saw in the first set. Florida getting back into maybe looking to get back into that here in the second set. A good block from the Lady Eagles will look to stymie that here as we continue on. Hamilton with a swing out of the back, handled by Florida College. And that one just splits the defense. Point for Florida. (14-9) lead for the Lady Eagles. And that one just sails a bit on Lathers, and it goes off her arms, out of play.
This is such a key point where the Lady Eagles had really gained a lot of momentum in the first part of this set, and they need to be careful to not let that momentum slip.
Back set here to Gamble. She puts a swing on it, and it's off the dig and out of bounds.
We've
it's
seen
good to
Gamble,
see Gamble get involved.
Yeah,
right.
We've seen her be so effective from the right side.
Overpass. Hunter touches it, and it just lands in bounds. Point for the Lady Eagles. Those, you worry about those as you see them trickle along the top of the net.
Yeah.
Lathers, oh, and it just doesn't quite get over. Point for Florida. Rommel Hara in for coffee for the Lady Falcons. Krista Trimble back to serve. High arching serve, and it sails long.
A lot of
No
vocal
service
involvement.
errors, and then a couple back-to-back.
Yeah. I think maybe every person on the Lady Eagles on the court and on the bench called that ball out. So covering all their bases on that one.
Looking for that communication. This one short, just gotten there by the Lady Falcons. That one pushed over. Hunter there.
Good read by Hunter.
Oh, just hits it out. Trying to go on two. No block affecting her, just off balance a bit. Hits it wide. Right, that anticipation from Hunter, something we're looking for the Lady Eagles to continue to develop this season. Back set, Hunter. Double hit called there by the official. (17-13) lead for the Lady Eagles. Oh, Hamilton ducked, and it just dropped into the back corner. And we're going to get a timeout from Coach Homan. Still a 17-14 lead, but the Lady Eagles will look to pull the momentum back in their direction after this timeout. All right, both teams having used one timeout here in this second set. Florida College will be back to serve with the Lady Eagles leading 17-14. Pass from Lathers, back set to Hunter on the weak side and just mistimed her jump a little bit. Point to Florida College.
That's a great start to that offense with Lathers' serve receive. This is kind of an unusual serve. Has some odd movement with it.
Lathers to Fulker, this time to McWirt. Florida just gets to it. Up high, over the block and out. The block there, if you see it go over the block, you're hoping it does go out the back there, and it does. Lou into serve as Hunter heads off. Hamilton, Fulker, and McWirt in the front for the Lady Eagles. Lathers, Romero, and Lou in the back. Weak side, and it just finds it in. Noski, the big lefty over there for Florida College, has had some good kills so far today. Lou up to, that one drops.
Miscommunication.
Yes.
You know, you mentioned Novsky being a really formidable hitter for the Lady Falcons. At 5'11", and as a senior, you just have to imagine that she has a lot of experience coming into this matchup.
Oh, Fulker wins the joust but contacts the net. And the Lady Falcons tie this one up, 18-18. Noski also with a powerful serve. Lady Eagles look to set up the first offense here. Lou contacts it twice, and Coach Oman needing another timeout to talk things over. Lady Eagles facing an 18-19 deficit after leading for most of this second set. They'll look to get a good serve receive here to start this first offense. What are you trying to do with such a hard serve, Carrie, as a defensive player?
Read it, which is difficult, or just hope for a missed serve. That works.
Good defense there by Coach Oman with that timeout, leading just to a little bit of loss of rhythm for Florida.
Yeah, against such a hard serve, you know, ideally, of course, you want the perfect pass up to the setter. But other than that, next best case scenario, just getting the ball up.
Good swing there from Florida College at McWirt. Digs it a little bit out of bounds.
I think here we really need to see the Lady Eagles execute a strong offense on this first play.
Dug up to Fulker in the middle for Lawrence. Swings off the block and just mishandled by Florida. 20-20 tie here in this second set.
Against an opponent like this, you can't take any play, any offense opportunity for granted. You have to just make sure you come out swinging hard on that first play.
Gamble enters in the front row for the Lady Eagles. Down the line and just missed there by Lou. In position, unable to quite get the pass up to the setter. Off the tape and over. Fulker wide to Gamble and just a little deep. Swinging from that strong side on the first offense. They'll usually switch over after that first offense. This one up tight. Folker does a good job with it to get it to Lawrence. And that one, yes, a double contact from Florida College.
We have a little bit of a questioning of a call here in between plays. Just as a general reminder, the Lady Eagles playing a 5-1 with their setter coming out of the back row. When you see those passes that are tight on the net, the setter has full legal capacity to come up and jump, make contact with the ball above the net as long as she brings that ball back to her own side, which is what Folker has done so successfully many times. If she were to jump up, make a play on the ball, and put it over the net, that's when it would be a violation as a back row setter.
Right, and if it ends up in a joust or something there at the net, you know, if it makes it into the plane of the net, I think that's what the coach there from Florida was wondering. It did, maybe that little time I could see Hamilton back there asking for the play to get restarted as she waited for her serve. 24-21, the Lady Eagles giving up a couple quick points there. Folker puts that one over into the middle, and that one just drops in. Lady Eagles not quite able to hold on to that second set as Florida College takes it 25-21. 2-0 Florida College leads as we head to the third set.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load. And, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
It's a passion that unites us, the heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
Welcome back to this third set. Florida College leads now 2-0. Lady Eagles jumped out to a lead there in the second set and just weren't quite able to hold on. We saw some good volleyball, though. What do they need to carry into this third set, Carrie, as we look for the Lady Eagles to win this third one?
I think one of the things that they did at the beginning of the second set that caused them to have so much mistakes or so much success was that they really cleaned up their defense. They had a lot of really strong serve receive so that they could come out with a strong first offense of the play. And that is admittedly very difficult going against some of these Florida College hitter or servers. They have some strong serves, but I think that is key in the Lady Eagles' success moving forward.
Tori Hamilton will get the Lady Eagles started with the service here. She, Folker, and Lathers in the back row. Lawrence, Gamble, and Hunter up front. Florida College gets it started out wide, up high. In the middle for Folker. Back row swing for Hamilton, and it's over just down. Florida College has made some good digs today. Folker wide to Hunter. Off the block, still alive. Lawrence just tips it over. Back set from Florida College, swung. Good pass there by Hamilton. Back set to Gamble on her weak side, tips it high and over. Joust, still up and just falls on the Lady Eagles side. Point for Florida College. Selvage back to serve. Hunter over to Folker. Up in the back row for Hamilton, who swings. Handled by Florida College. In the middle, quick, and just finds it down the line.
We had also talked at the beginning of the second set about the need for a strong blocking presence from the Eagles, and that's something else moving forward into the third set that's going to be pivotal.
Good set there by Folker to get it up to Gamble. Still alive here. Off the block. Folker digs this one just wide. Point for Florida. Short, Lathers up to Folker. Back set to Lawrence, and what a big swing. And she finds the first kill of this third set for the Lady Eagles. McGirt enters for Lawrence as Lathers goes in to serve. Just splits the block, and Lathers unable to quite get to it. That's one of those, as a defensive player, you're trying to anticipate, and then it just sneaks through the block. You're not in that position to
really
be able to get there.
Yeah, really emphasizes the importance of the block in taking away some of that back row real estate that the defense has to cover.
Right, Krista Trimble there into the net from Florida College, and Gamble will return to the bench as Romero goes to serve. 2-4 deficit here early for the Lady Eagles. Up in the middle, out wide, and an ugly contact there from Florida College leads to a double contact. Point for the Lady Eagles. Up for Noski, big swing, still alive. Good play by the Lady Eagles there. That one a low set. McGirt goes over on two. Folker takes that one. Little scramble here from the Lady Eagles, but they're still in it. Up high, off the block, Lathers. Romero to Hamilton. Good swing. Florida digs it. Back set. And net contact from Florida. A little bit odd from the Lady Eagles, but they scored the point.
Yeah. You know, one of the things about these players coming into the Lady Eagles is that a lot of times they were some of the better players on their high school teams, and a lot of them played setter when they were in high school. And sometimes you see those dormant setter tendencies come out with different players taking that second setup.
Right, sometimes the best player on the high school team needs to get to almost any middle ball, any of those, and We saw several hustle plays there, keeping the Lady Eagles alive. A good block there forced the swing wide. Off the block, high. Oh, and just a little bit too far for Hunter to get to. 5-5 here. Tie ball game in the third set.
In that volley a couple of plays ago, we also saw a lot of good teamwork between the block and the back row defense, like we had mentioned earlier this set.
McWirt high off the block, handled by Florida College. Back set here, and that one pushed down quickly by Florida.
Sometimes those aggressive tips can be some of the most effective tools a hitter has in her arsenal.
We saw it there from Noski, and now Michelle Taylor back to serve for Florida. Lathers to Folker. Set a little off point, and a point for Florida. Hunter, McWirt, and Folker here in the front. Hunter to McWirt, and that one swung into the net. As a quick 3-point run by Florida stretches their lead to 8-5. Little knuckleball that dove there, and Coach Oman will take a timeout as Florida has taken a 9-5 lead here in this third set. They'll talk things over, and we'll be back with you after this timeout. All right, both teams are retaking the court here. This is that time in the set where you're looking for the Lady Eagles to mentally recover from a couple of mistakes they've made. This is the time for that mental toughness.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, sometimes, and I mentioned this earlier, so not to harp on this point, but sometimes it's encouraging to know that you have the opportunity for the first offense.
Back set here to Hunter. Down the line, handled by Florida College. Up high for Noski, off the block. The block was there, and it just drops on the Lady Eagles side. Hamilton up for Folker. To Hamilton. From the back row swing, a good one, but just handled by Florida. That one goes off the antenna. Point for the Lady Eagles. A good hit there, forced a little bit of a off-system hit from Florida. Lou will enter for Hunter. Little groundskeeping on the court there. Everybody's ready, and Lou will bring the serve. It's a good one, handled by Florida. In the middle, off the block of McWirt. Folker to Hamilton, in the front row this time. That one up high. Romero, after Lou dug the first one, Lathers gets it over on three. Oh, and it's a miss hit, still alive, and that one too low.
That whole play was kept alive at the very beginning by that hand that McWirt was able to get on the ball. That was an extremely hard hit. McWirt was able to get up, and while she didn't score a point from the block, she was able to take enough of the power off of that block that allowed the back row defense to do their job and result in a point for the Lady Eagles.
That ball just got into the plane of the net, and McGuirt goes up and gets it.
We've seen so many times this season some of the newer players on the team, thinking of the sophomore Grace Liu and the freshman Hannah Romero on back row right now, just playing such a big role in keeping these games alive, these plays alive.
Another ball there just off the block, kept alive. Hamilton with the swing. In the middle, McGuirt there. And, oh, Hannah Romero, McGuirt. Some of these balls that I just don't think they're going to get to. Still alive. That one tight. Hamilton keeps it alive. Set back off the net. Folker. Now Romero. Wide to Hamilton. Off the block. Folker with the swing. Out wide. Noski. Oh, it just caught the line. Good cross-court hit from Noski. A lot of movement there from the Lady Eagles, doing a great job keeping that ball up. Eight to 11, the deficit for the Lady Eagles. Lou Folker gets it up to McGuirt. Back set. Oh, McGuirt. Romero. Lathers, I think, got that one over and just dumped. Still alive. Oh, nope. They did signal that one down. Romero just unable. She and Lou and Lathers flying all over the court these last few points. Clearly instructed to not let it hit the ground on their side. Lou, bit of an overpass. Romero, though, after the kill attempt. Lathers with the swing. Back set, free ball. Leota encouraging the team to use it in the middle for McGuirt. Lefty. Oh, and that one looked like McGuirt thought Hamilton might be there, and it just falls. Florida College back to serve. Lady Eagles facing a 5-point deficit. Good dig from Romero, and McGuirt with a little tip push wide and over scores the point.
Yeah, definitely a smart play.
Good court vision there as the Lady Eagles try to clean up a little bit of sweat on the floor. Set wide, Folker with the block. And they score.
We've talked a lot about the role that the block plays in helping out the back row defense, but, I mean, anytime you're going to take that, of course.
We like the stuff block here as well. Up in the middle. Romero gets it up to Folker. Off the block from Hamilton and down. Lady Eagles clawing their way back in here, 13-11. Now the lead for Florida. Folker, Hamilton, and Lawrence in the front row. McGuirt back serving. Into the middle. Hamilton with a swing, and it's, just didn't quite topspin down. Couple of players right up near the net, and no call whistled there. Coffey entering the game. Trimble entering the game for the Lady Falcons. Lathers did as well for the Lady Eagles. Libero coming back in for McGuirt. Lou, bit wide to Folker, but handled. Lou with the swing from the back. Such low sets from the Lady Falcons. That's the tempo that we've been talking about. And it's nice to have some hitters in the back row, it feels like.
And that is something that we have so many viable hitting opportunities in the back row this season.
We've seen Hamilton, Romero, and Lou all take swings out of the back row. Lathers gets one in there eventually as well. A good float serve there from Folker, and I believe that's the Lady Eagles' first ace of the afternoon.
And that is something that we've talked about earlier, you and I have, about the fact that the Lady Eagles have not had any aces yet this afternoon. I think that really speaks to the serve-receive proficiency of the Lady Falcons.
That one dumped over by Folker, and she scores. Right, it's nice to get some of those quick points with the service aces.
Oh, yeah.
Not getting them has been a bit of
Tiring.
trouble for the Lady Eagles. They have now tied the game up at 14-14. That ball off the block. Lathers handles it. Folker gets the swing from the back row. Off the block again.
Good communication from the back row.
Out wide, Hamilton with the swing. Oh, still alive by Florida, good play. Lathers here, Lou, Folker, needing to be careful in the back row, she's all right. This one pushed deep, Lou is there. Folker, Gamble on her left side there, I'm sorry, right side, as a lefty. This time out to Hamilton, and that one finally whistled down as Florida made several great digs, but the Lady Eagles kept coming.
You can see just the relief, too, on the Lady Eagles' face after such a hard play like that, a hard volley. Those are exhausting. They're mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting.
A free ball here. Bit tight for Folker and unable to quite get that one. 15-15 though, the Lady Eagles worked their way back into the set. Talking about that mental toughness as they had a little bit of a slow start here at the beginning of the third. Gamble, Folker touches it over, the libero though there for the Lady Falcons. Oh, a weird hit. Folker though there. Gamble, an awkward hit, still in play. Hamilton to Folker, pushed deep. The libero for Florida takes it. And that one, a poor contact leading to a double hit.
You know, I think if you think back on it, this run that the Lady Eagles have been on, the successes they've had for the last, 5 or 6 points, it really began with some really excellent hustling and play from the back row. A lot of times your back row players can really set the tone, even with the energy. They're really the ones who are communicating the most with everyone else on the court, and their energy level can really affect the rest of the team as well.
Oop. That one passed low and hard, and the Lady Eagles unable to handle it. Certainly, I feel like the block has been a bigger part of the last dozen points or so for the Lady Eagles as well. Hunter up to Folker, back set to Gamble, high off the block, handled by Florida College, still up. A free ball over. Lady Eagles needing to use this one. Lawrence in the middle, off the block and out. They had not used those free points to score the last couple of times we saw them do that here.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it's not a hard defensive play, the pass, the set need to lead to a score.
And the better your opponent is, the more it's just imperative that you take advantage of those situations.
Lathers back to serve for the Lady Eagles, now with a 17-16 lead. Third set down 2-0. That one high in the middle, and a touch, and it just falls in for the Lady Falcons. Back and forth here in this third set. Scout Waldrop back now to serve for the Lady Falcons. Back set to Gamble. Good swing, and it goes off the dig and out.
That is the third really strong hit that we've seen from Gamble in the last. Yeah,
right.
I remember her last 3 hits have been really strong hits that have really thrown off the Lady Falcons rotation.
She's gained a lot of confidence over the course of the season. We were looking for that early on this season, and she's come on strong here lately. Lathers up to Folker. Oh, just a little in front of Hunter, and she's unable to get it over. Taylor back to serve for the Lady Falcons. Lathers missed that pass, and the Lady Falcons go back into the lead. Hamilton in the back row. Up high, Noski, but blocked by McGwirt! Noski had been pounding that side of the court. McGwirt finally gets the block.
Absolutely. The Lady Falcons have 2 freshmen on their team, Coffey and Taylor, who have really been bringing a lot to their level of play.
First offense from the Falcons. Off the block, handled by Romero. Great set there by, I believe that was Lou. Out wide, off the block, and it just rolls down the tape of the net and out. Point for the Lady Falcons. You wonder which side is it going to drop on it. Laying it out of bounds anyway. With the block there again. Noski, this was where we saw the Lady Eagles struggle last set. We'll see if they can come out here and get it. And it's still up. Oh, good job by the Falcons. Out wide for Hamilton. And she puts it down. Really big point there for the Lady Eagles, ending the service of Noski quickly.
Yeah. And one of those just characteristic big hits from Hamilton from strong side there.
McGwirt with the service over and in. In the middle, kind of pushed easily, handled by McGwirt, then Folker. Romero with the swing from the back row. Out wide. And, oh, it just found the back line. Tense third set here as the Lady Eagles trail 20-21. Coffey with that unconventional angle. Back to serve here. Lou handles it to Folker in the middle for Lawrence. She swings, and it's blocked, but on the Falcon side, point for the Lady Eagles. Gamble re-enters for Romero. Folker over and in. Back set. Oh, and as Folker moved up, couldn't quite get a hand on it.
I think one of the reasons these Falcons hits have been so hard to read and anticipate, their sets are really low. Their hitters coming at these hits from odd angles.
Right, normally, if the set's a little low, I would think it would be hard to get the ball then down on the other side, but they're just finding a home for some of them. Folker has to push that one over. Tough ball handled well by Florida. A swing there, and it just goes out off the block. Coach Oman needs a timeout here as the Lady Eagles find themselves trailing 21-23 here in this third set. We'll take a quick break and come back and join you then. (21-23) deficit for the Lady Eagles. We come out of their second and final timeout here in this third set. That serve a little deep, though, taken by Lou. Gamble hits it long, played by Florida. Big swing there, handled by Lou. Hamilton decides to go on 2. Florida ready for it. Big swing off the block. Up again for Florida. This one off the block. Hamilton, oh, and it just sneaks past Gamble. Good effort from the Lady Eagles, and they're just unable to score. Now down to match point for Florida College. Short. A bit awkward here, but still up. Back set. on a runner, and that dove down just inside the baseline, and Florida wins 25-21 here in this third set. Good effort by the Lady Eagles tonight. We saw some good blocks, some good defense, some good attacking. The Lady Eagles, what did you like out of them tonight, Carrie?
I like the mental fortitude that they
Eagles
showed,
fans, if you have
especially
not
coming
already, please
from that
tap the
second set
rewards
into the
card on
third
your
set.
way out to obtain
Sets
your
like that
Eagles
second set
rewards.
where you start off strong
We
and
would
then
like
end up
to thank
losing
the
the
Andrews
set can
Institute
really
for
be
providing team
demoralizing
physicians
as a
Dr.
player.
Adam
You feel
Enns
like
and
you
Dr.
kind of
Travis
gave it
Roth,
your all,
and
and
certified athletic
it's
trainer
hard
Stephen
to
Halsey
mentally
for
come
medical
back
coverage
from
for
a set like
Pensacola
that, and I
Christian
think the Lady
College.
Eagles did a great job of transitioning into the third set, just kind of showing a little bit of that strength that they've been gathering.
Right, we saw a good match here from the Lady Eagles this afternoon. We hope to see you next time.